I love this. I'm loving this moment. I'm so grateful. Hey there, and welcome to Peach Tea. This is me, Georgie P, and we are on episode 6 featuring, I don't know if you'll be able to see his head popping up and down, Lil Nova. There he is, my handsome man. So lovely. I am so glad that we are here once again. You know, I'm trying to cover his booty. I'm so glad that we're here rocking it out once again. I'm glad that everybody is coming back. If you have not yet, make sure you have hit that subscribe button. Okay, please leave me a like. And also, if you feel like it, leave a comment. Okay. Um, Nova might be the star of the show this episode. We don't know. He is mighty comfortable up here. So he's acting like it's his first time up on the chair. It's not. It's not. So today's inspiration is listen to the voice from within, aka just listen to your gut, right? When you listen to your gut, like there's a lot of things. I don't know why he acts like he's never been up here before. When you listen to your gut, there's a lot of things that you probably could have avoided, but you chose not to avoid because you chose to think that that gut feeling was just you being overly super cautious and being paranoid, which is exactly what it is. And it's telling you not to do this. Okay, so when like you were a child and you were sneaking onto somebody's property and you knew that you weren't supposed to be sneaking onto somebody's property, or you were sneaking out, for instance, and you had that feeling like I shouldn't be doing this, like turn back around. That is your gut. That is your gut letting you know that when you get back in this house and your parents find out, you are going to get your ass whooped. That's what that means. So, like one time in middle school, I was skipping class with this young lady, and the only reason why my allergies are messing up because of the cat, and we're in the corner. The only reason why we got caught is because our teacher was coming back from break when we were going to class. That's why we got caught. But my mom knew I was lying, and she gave me the opportunity to tell her the truth, and it did not work. That I lied. I lied. So I got choked up. But my gut told me not to skip class. I did it anyways because I wanted to fit in. And now we know like fitting in is just not a thing. It's good to be whoever you are, your original self. So, but back then, like I was in what, seventh, eighth grade. So yeah, I was a little, experimentative. But now it's like I take my time, I really do listen to myself. I listen to my inner self. So if I really truly don't want to do something, or if it's really making my stomach feel like it's in knots, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep this to myself. Like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go about my business. If I feel like walking into this bank is a bad idea, I'm not going to walk into this bank because my gut's telling me not to walk into this bank. I feel like that's pretty like I'm not going to go to this party with these people whom I don't know. And my gut is telling me deep down to not go to this party with these people that I don't know. Now, it's one thing to like somewhat know them, but like just show up. I've shown up to parties with people that I did not know. And even if I did not have a best time, something still happened within everybody that I was with. And some people got taken care of. I know one time one of my friends got like, he was having an allergic reaction, and we were at an African party. They just gave us shots. They were so nice, just gave us shots when we came in, and he was having an allergic reaction. And They put him in the shower, cold shower, and they had a lesbian watching them. Crazy. Imagine that. He's just over here loving it. This is my Nova. Surprised he wants to be on camera today. We're matching. I even got little socks on, but I wasn't. So let's talk about it. Now this is something that I bring up very often. Now I'm going to ask this for both sexes, for both genders. So I don't want it to seem like I'm just picking on men or I'm just picking on women, but I would be just picking on men. As a man, let's say your woman is a seamstress, right? And she can sew anything. And she decides for like your wedding night or a special night like your anniversary or something to sew you this really nice Speedo. It could be like Tarzan Speedo, racetrack Speedo. It could be a bedazzled rainbow Speedo with feathers on it. And she just wants you to do a dance for her as you take it off. Would you take it off? Would you wear that Speedo and would you take it off for her? Would you? Now, as a woman, say your man had a friend who was a seamstress, or your man was a seamstress, because there are men out here who designs clothes. There plenty of them. So let's say your man was a seamstress or a seamster. Your man could sew. Let's say your man could sew, and he made you like this really nice lingerie set or bikini, and he wants you to wear it for your wedding night, his birthday, the launch of his business, something. Would you wear it for him? Would you? Now, would you? Okay. And the reason why I ask this question is because, like, why is it people don't do no sexy dance foreplay anymore? Why is that seen as such a taboo? As a man, why is it you won't do a sexy dance for your lady, but you want to strip tease? You want us to strip tease for you as men. Now, not all men want to strip tease. I'm not saying that every man does. But if your lady asks for it, or the lady that you're seeing, or whatever, like this woman is asking, oh my God, Nova. This woman here is asking for you to do something to just put this on. It's nobody else's business. It's just between you two. Why is it such a problem for you to put this on? Please, I'm just trying to figure it out because I'm not understanding. And like as a woman, what is the problem with your significant other getting you something that he believes makes you look sexy? Or maybe it will make you feel sexy. He is your partner. Now, I'm not saying like he's going out all the time and he's buying you lingerie all the time. Now, then he obviously might have a problem, unless you're into that. Unless you're into that. But he obviously might have a problem, right? Because I've asked this question many of times, many of times, and I get a lot of no's. I get a lot of no's from the men. And I'm just like, why? Now I get like, some ladies will bring it back up in an argument. That type of woman out there, but you already know who that woman is while you're with her. So if you're deciding to do this, you know that you're giving her ammo to use in a later fight. Am I wrong? I don't think that I'm wrong at all. I feel like on the inside that I'm right. So we're gonna stick with that one. I feel like I'm right. Now going off of that, that's building into something more. Stop telling everybody what's going on in your relationship. Okay? Like not everybody needs to know what y'all got going on. And I'm single. So I don't need to know what a person in a happy relationship, unhappy relationship, toxic relationship. I don't need to know. I don't need to know what you have going on. Don't put all your business in the street because I don't care. It's just going to bring me entertainment. I personally don't care. I'm just going to enjoy it a lot because it's really just going to give me so much tea. Like, I'm going to sit here and just be like, I'm so amazed. Okay. So, the reason why I asked this question is because I want people to spike. Like, I feel like the reason why the dating pool is so trash is because there's people out there who want to give this love to somebody where they want to be freaky deaky and all these things. But then you have people who are in these unhappy relationships or marriages, and you guys are intertwingling together, and then that person stepping out over here, and then like the STD rates start getting so high, and so many people start becoming so upset, and it's just, I feel like you should be comfortable being sexy with your partner. That's literally what your partner is here for. Your partner is here to make you feel like the best you, right? So if your partner wants to go out and get you a Superman Speedo or a Wonder Woman bikini, shit, if your partner wants to get you a Teletubby teddy, let him go get you a Teletubby teddy. There's nothing wrong with it. Just explore a little, be a little fun, be like, get out there because I feel like you choose to sneak and do all these things because you're afraid to be judged. Like, don't be judged. Just find that person that makes you comfortable being you. Now, I got something to say. And what I'm going to say, everybody might not like, but I'm going to say it regardless. Stop judging the other sex because of what they have going on. Okay, this is something that always pisses me off about people. Now, okay, I do this for a reason, and I'm going to explain my reason. As we can all tell, I am a woman who grows facial hair. I have no shame in my stash, okay? I have no shame in having a slight beard. I've grown facial hair since I was 12, like any other young lady. Well, like some young ladies, because not every person grows hair on their body. But um, I have high testosterone levels as a woman, so my hair grows in, you know, underarms, my mustache, and other areas. It grows faster and thicker sometimes than it would on like a regular woman because I have other things that I have going on, right? It's also just like some men have titties. So it's also just like some men have titties. Or let's say boobies, man boobies, okay? Because their breast tissue, they have more breast tissue than a man who is born with, they are born with more estrogen, which causes them to get breast tissue, which is why they have man boobies. But there's a difference between having man boobies and just being fat. So just want to say that. But when a man has man boobies, you can tell because he has breast tissue. And why are you going to judge a man because he was born with breast tissue? Now, unless he's out there really like, there's no reason to judge anybody. There's no reason to make fun of anybody. I had to sit there and think about it. There's no reason to do any of that because why should you do it? How do you feel when somebody else judges you? How does that make you feel? Put yourself in the other person's shoes. So that's why, like, when it comes to men voting on women's rights, I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to get political. It's not a me. That's not who I am because I don't pay attention to politics that much. I do, but I don't. But I do know that most of the White House, the Senate, and the actual House of Reps are like old people. Most of it. I'm not saying all of it. And it's mostly like elderly white men. But I'm not here for men voting on women's rights or men having a say in anything that a woman has going on, vice versa. Because yes, I might have a son. I don't, but yes, I might have a son and I might be able to get a sense of what he's going through, but I actually won't know what he's going through because I'm not a boy. And the same thing goes for a woman. Like, you might get the understanding or the sense of what I'm going through, but you won't actually know because you're not a woman. And I don't care if you're trans or not, you're not a woman because you aren't born with these issues. You don't understand growing up with these issues and having to deal with these issues. I wouldn't be able to understand a trans person. That's not something that I know that I'd be able to do. Just like I don't want you to believe that you're able to understand what I'm going through because you don't understand the fluctuations of a person's body. Like, you don't understand. I don't. Most people don't understand that men actually have emotional periods. You have a time when your body is actually going through a hormonal change and you become emotional. And yes, it's true, and yes, I've seen it happen. And if you think about it, yes, there's a lot of men that's in your life that have emotional periods because it's an everyman thing. Just like most women have periods, like actual true menstrual periods, a lot of men have emotional periods. So who are you to have a say in something that you really truly, and this is part of the reason why I actually am having this and am saying this is because I was on the internet this week and I was having a back and forth with a gentleman. And I must have said something that pissed him off because he brought up again my mustache. And this is something that gets brought up to me all the time. Like, I'm used to hearing about my mustache. Like, I am one with the stash. I have to let my stash grow in order to wax it off. And I've been going through my own trials and tribulations right now when it comes to waxing off my stash. So that's why it looks like I've had a whole stash. But no, I've actually been waxing it. It's just that it's growing back in more rapidly now than it was growing back in before. Exciting. So I was having a dispute on Facebook, and the gentleman brought up my mustache. But here's the thing. You have to go because my Facebook picture is not a picture of my face. Like, it's not a picture of me right there. So you have to go, you have to click on my profile and go into my photos. So you have to go and take that time to find something wrong with me for you to try to use against me. And who are you to judge me? Because like I said, I can judge you back. And I did. And trust and believe I did. But what's the point of that? Because realistically, you the post was about women wearing diapers for their periods. If you are a man who does not like your woman wearing diapers or her having tampon in or her be having a pad or her experience her menstrual cycle, leave. Don't come around for 7 days. Don't come around for 10 days, every 28 days, or be gay. Like, the fuck? Y'all literally sit up here and cry over everything. So that's just this is the point of, like, that's why I feel like men should not be able to vote on, like, why are you voting on abortions? If that's the case, then start getting vasectomies. Those are reversible. Like I've heard about more vasectomies being reversible than I did about hysterectomies being reversible. So, or is it a hysterectomy? Whatever. I'm just saying. You can untie your tubes the same way that you can unsnip your balls, apparently. So, why not just get your balls unsnipped? Because men have the seed. Like, men can go make babies at any time. A woman can only make babies during what, 4 days a month? So, a guy can literally have infinite babies in a month, but a woman can have one. So why is it that a man can tell me what I should and should not do with my body while he can go out there and live his best life? And if I want to wear a diaper on my period, I'm gonna wear a diaper on my period. I don't, but I've thought about it. I mean, it's no worse than wearing a pad. And I think you should wear pads on your period when you're going to sleep. When you're going to sleep during the day, that's your choosing. It all depends on your flow and everything. But when you're going to sleep, you need to be comfortable. You want to be able to the way that you want to, you know? But stop judging the other sex for whatever they got going on. Stop putting your input in where your input is not needed. Like, that's all I'm trying to say because the shit be pissing people off. And it makes you really unattractive. This is why I really don't put my opinion out for men stuff. I'll put it out for like fashion or music, which I mean, I really don't listen to music, acting, skincare. My biggest one is I'll put it out there for skincare because most men don't know skincare. I have no problem doing that, but like, I'm not taking that extra step of no way, Jose. No way, no way, no way. Mm-mm. Just mind the business that minds you. Like, talk to your homeboy about men shit. But if y'all over there gossiping like a bunch of females, then you are a bunch of bitches. I'm sorry. And women, keep your nose out of a men's business. Like, stop it. It's just not a thing. Okay? Affirmation time. What do we think today's affirmation is going to be about? Mm, don't know. I haven't even actually looked at them, so I choose love over fear and I trust in my path. You are smart. Oh, you know what's crazy? I really like this one. The universe really wanted me to choose this one because I seen this one, like I seen the outside of this one in there earlier, and like I shuffled them around, and then like I, closed it up, and then that's why I do this spin and close and everything, and I didn't look at it, and I'm really happy, and it says you are smart. Oh, so I choose love over fear, and I trust in my path. Oh, and it ties into believing in your gut. Crazy. Okay. So when it comes, I don't know why I always say that when it comes. So when I think about loving, I think the people that I've actually loved the most are the people I was the most scared to actually do something with. So I haven't loved a lot of men in my life outside of family. I can only say maybe like two, three, maybe three. No, I say four. I say four, no more than five. But I can definitely like say three for definite, four maybe. But maybe like there's a fifth that I'm just not thinking of. But I don't give my love easily. But the men that I have like actually truly loved, like when I say actually truly love, like I actually truly, truly love. I was terrified. Like I was scared. Like I was so scared to show them like my true self and be my true self. And was I wrong for loving them as hard as I did? For some of them, oh, most definitely. But for others, no. Like I feel like sometimes like somebody once told me, and I really hate this saying, because I don't agree with this saying. But going into the love life that I have had, it makes sense. When you're in a relationship, one person always loves the other person more. You just have to figure out which person you are and if you are okay with it. I would say for me, it's probably like a good 50-50, because I can say like there was like two guys that I knew that I loved for a net. They were no good for me at all. Like I loved them. But I can also say like there's fellows that like I love that like actually truly gave me love back, and it was like I enjoyed my time. I enjoyed my love. Like I know like there was one guy, oh, I love this man with my soul. Like when I tell you I love this man with my soul, like everything that was up in me just ugh. And he seemed like such a great guy. Now, will we actually truly ever know if this man was a great guy? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I actually never heard from him ever again. Like we lost touch and I never went back to find him. And I always know that he's somewhere out there. Like I do truly believe he's somewhere out there, but he was a really what like we were amazing. We were amazing friends. Like we had a really great bond, and he was just such a nice guy. And like my fear of loving him was part of the reason why we fell off, is because like why I was scared to love him put him in the situation that he was in, which led to us he went to jail from doing stuff in the streets, which was why I was scared to actually, want to be with him, because he was actually like in the streets. But he was such a sweet guy. He was amazing. Now, there was like, other times that like I knew I should have left. I did not listen to my gut. I knew when I returned the clothes. I knew when I left on my own. I knew all those things that it was time for me to leave. And I chose not to listen to them. I chose to be hard headed because I chose to believe that the love that I had in my heart, that person loved me the same amount back. And they didn't. And that's a lesson that like you really need to learn in life. Just just because you lead with love and like that tramples over your fear, don't be afraid to cut that love off, because that love might be hindering you from finding something better out there in the world. That love might be blocking your blessing. That love might be stopping you from finding your person. So why continue to love something that's not loving you back? You can be in love with like this amazing strawberry, but on the inside, the strawberry is rotten. You don't know. But as you're eating it, you start to realize that that strawberry is rotten. Why are you going to continue to eat it when it's just going to make you sick later? Don't be afraid to cut it off when it seems like it's getting really toxic. That's just the statement that I want to end that with, because I feel like it was very love heavy, but you also have to remember sometimes you are over loving. So sometimes it's okay to fall back and focus on you. And there's nothing wrong with being alone. There's nothing wrong with being by your lonesome and learning about yourself and loving yourself. Because when you learn about yourself and you love yourself and you're by yourself, then you can truly know how much somebody else loves you. You can show somebody the way that you want to be loved, and you know the boundaries that you have set. There's nothing wrong with that. For me personally, if a man's gonna, you as a man, you're gonna have to accept me with my facial hair. You are going to have to accept me with my facial hair. You have to accept me at my worst. So, facial hair, nails undone, wolfing vagina. I'm not wolfing, but wolfing vagina, fucking talon toenails. Like, you're gonna have to accept me at my worst before you see me with like the pedicure and the press-ons or the fill-in or the lashes and the waxings. Like, you have to love me at my worst in order to see me at my best. And until you actually love yourself at your worst, you will never be able to find somebody who's actually going to truly accept you at your best. Because what is your best? You keep trying to force it to be something else that it's not. Like, just take it and continue going. If this person's not treating you right, snip. Go to the gym, start working out if you want to. Shoot, go binge eat if you want to. Go on a diet if you want to. Start running if you want to. Start driving if you want to. Do the things that you want to do that make you feel happy. And watch and see. And watch and see how everything starts to change out better for you. And I feel like I can give my Georgie P guarantee that is actually going to work out for you, because I feel like for me personally, it works out for me when I do those things. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for listening in to this episode. I'm so glad that we have finally made it to the end, and I appreciate you for sticking it through. If you have not yet, please leave a comment. Make sure you like, and please subscribe. Please subscribe. I want to start getting people on. I'm not going to start bringing people on until we get to 50 subscribers. That is something that I'm holding true to myself. And that is a promise that I've made to you guys as well, to the people who are waiting to come on, because I have people excited who are ready to come in. I just want you guys to be able to get enough people for those people to come in. But also, if you are watching this and you are one of my friends or you are one of my family members who have not been keeping up, shame on you. And don't ask to come on if you haven't been watching. And I'm going to make sure I put this in the episode, because I'm going to shame you in front of the whole world. Shame, shame, shame. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next week. I love you. Georgie P out.